Hey guys, it's Devin from Head Up Throttle Down. Today we're going to be riding the Westman Association's official trail, and even though I've been a member of the association for a while, I've actually never ridden this trail. So I'm really excited that the first time I hit it, I'm going to be bringing you guys along for the adventure. We've had some crazy weather here over the last couple weeks, couple of tornadoes, 70-kilometer-an-hour winds, big storms, and I have no idea what the condition of the trail is like, but we brought our chainsaw, recovery gear, and we're going to get as far as we can with what we can. Just a point of note, I'm going to be leaving exact coordinates for the staging area and everything in here, but this area has some very important historical landmarks around here. So Camp Hughes itself was a military training facility back in the day, and there's a lot of historical significance here, so just be really cognizant of that. Make sure that any area that you're going into, you're actually supposed to be going there, and if you're not sure, just don't go. And always follow the same principles that we like to do anywhere is, leave no trace, no trespassing, and come out here and enjoy a beautiful ride. So let's pack up all the gear we need and let's hit the trail. We're just over a kilometer into this and we've already hit our first down tree obstacle, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to talk to you about just being safe out here, especially if you're carrying a chainsaw and you plan on doing some clearing yourself. Make sure that you got impact rated glasses, hearing protection, and I actually even wear a helmet. And some people may think that's silly if you're not like actually cutting trees down, but if you're in an area where trees have fallen recently, there's chances that some of the other trees are like ready to fall, and even just like the smallest disturbance can be what pushes them over the edge. And so it's always a good idea to wear a helmet. I actually had that where I stopped at an obstacle once. I didn't back up far enough, I guess, and one of the other trees in the area fell down. So it's a good idea too, especially if there's been some crazy weather, not to stop surrounded by trees. So like you see here, after I cleared that obstacle, because there was nowhere else really for me to go except go all the way back that wouldn't be treed, but always try to stop in an open area so you don't have to worry about trees on their last leg falling down and ruining your ride. But anyways, so hopefully this isn't a sign of what's to come. Okay, we're about 8.6 kilometers in. There's been a couple more down trees, but I've been able to bypass most of them. The club told me that they're going to come out and clean the trails pretty soon. So I'm just worrying about stuff that's like an actual obstacle. But yeah, it's been a great ride so far. Just absolutely beautiful out here. Check it out. Anyways, let's get to work. Beard fool you. I am no chainsaw lumberjack expert, okay? But what I do know is cutting trees on the ground can be a little bit of a challenge because generally they'll be like up in the middle here. So what I like to do is I cut almost all the way through, and that kind of prevents the pinching in on the blade. And then I usually kick out whatever piece I'm cutting out, and simply just to like stop my blade from getting caught and from any potential kickback so it doesn't come back and get me in the leg. You know, I ride solo most of the time, but I highly suggest, you know, you don't ride solo. Riding solo is like one of the most dangerous things you can do because if something happens to you, there's nobody out here to help me out. I consider it a necessary risk because when I'm filming, you know, it's hard to get people to come riding with you because it adds so much time onto the ride. You're stopping all the time. And if you are, you know, thinking about becoming a bit of a solo adventurist, just be prepared. Yeah, another one down at about the 10-kilometer mark. I probably could get around, but I'm going to chop this one anyways because it feels like whoever bypassed this was on an ATV and not in a big behemoth like this. But you can see how old this tree is, and it's kind of, you know, crazy to think about how long this tree has been here for before it finally fell. But I am going to back up a little bit before I start chopping because you can see that two of these other trees here are not looking the best, so it's better to be safe than sorry, as I don't know, everybody always says. So So as the rain started and I neared what I thought should be the end of the trail, I realized that I was no longer heading in the right direction. I quickly quickly pulled up my start location on my GPS, and I was able to reorientate myself onto the proper trail network. I don't know exactly how I found myself turned around, if it was simply missing some signage, or if it had been knocked down by the weather, or even a combination of the two. Whatever the cause, it doesn't matter. I was able to quickly reorientate myself and get back on the right way because I always mark my starting location with a GPS. So no matter what happens on the trail, whether my satellite imagery goes down, I lose my map, I always have the ability to just follow a bearing and orientate myself back to my starting location. This trail ride was an absolute blast, and even with all the labor that went into clearing the trees, I had an amazing time. Just remember, this trail is still under development, and I would like to thank the members of this association for volunteering their time, money, and personal equipment. As well as their dedication and hard work in bringing this trail so far, I can't wait to see what changes and improvements will be made on this scenic ride. Incredible people watching this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch one of my videos. I love making this adventure style content, and I'm always learning and developing new things to try and hone my craft and improve my content. If you have any constructive criticism, don't hesitate to fire it into the comments below. I want to make videos that you find interesting and engaging, and I can't do that without your feedback. If you're new to the channel, please consider smashing that subscribe button. It costs you literally nothing, but goes a long way in helping me continue to create videos. Until next time, keep your head up and the throttle down.